but it's not often we get to do this. But it looks like there is some breaking news that we can talk about.
Right.
So the Miami Heat are finalizing a deal to send Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins and Schröder, Kyle Anderson in a protected first-round pick.
Okay.
And Jimmy Butler has agreed to a new 2-year, $120 million contract extension.
Wow.
So that's
okay.
Happening.
Okay. So, all right. Forget what I was just saying.
And hold on. That is per Shams, the guy that broke the Luka deal.
Right,
so it's real.
Yes. Okay. So actually, let's keep it with Middleton. If he gets bought out, I'd be on the first flight to San Francisco. And now you're a 6 man over there. Watch out. I would
if he can play.
No, I'm saying put me in the 6 man row. I don't need you to start it no more. Give me 20 minutes off the bench and give me 15 a night. I'm here for that. He can absolutely do that in the limited role. Yeah, I mean they had to make that move. And it's funny because he was telling teams, meaning Jimmy, that he wasn't going to sign an extension as soon as he got
I heard
traded.
that too. Yeah.
But yeah, okay, they gave him his money. Wow, $60 million a year, which is really 30 over there where you're at. But maybe even 25 million, honestly. But
weather like this doesn't come for free, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. But no, I mean, they once again, Golden State had to do something. I'm surprised that they gave up Wiggins in the deal. They kept Kuminga, so I think that's huge. Because Kuminga to me is someone I even want to hear to come off the bench eventually. So yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. I think that puts them. I don't know what I think their record's still around 500, but I do think this reunites. Steph, it's gonna be funny. You're not gonna be tougher than them because you got him and Draymond. Same team.
Yeah, well, I wonder how that dynamic's gonna work.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got that.
It could explode immediately.
Well, Jimmy's not KD, so Draymond ain't gonna be able to say whatever and think that
because that was a rumor today, right? KD back there.
Yeah, but
get him out of basketball.
Said under no circumstances will he ever go back to Golden State.
Which is really, I don't want to go back and play with Draymond. If Draymond was gone, he absolutely would go back. Absolutely, would win back. Absolutely.
Yeah, they did not get along.
Yeah, so
this is true.
Yeah,
you know why I think that might have been though, and this is a sneaky high level insight here. So buckle up. I think it might be because Draymond Green is a prick, and I think that he's probably really hard to get along. And yes, I would absolutely concede that.
Hoop, though. I mean, yeah, he is a little.
KD he does get a little mad sometimes, though. He does get a little.
Stylistically, Golden State fit KD's game the best. Like they did exactly what.
Dude, that was the craziest basketball I've ever seen in my life, dude. I was so happy when that was.
And he just leaves.
Insane.
If he doesn't get hurt, they win 3-peat. No doubt.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about the revisionist history of that is I don't know why it didn't go in for people like this. And maybe it's because I have a bias against LeBron James because of his time and context in the East with us. But KD killed him. Killed him in that finals. So, to go back just because he kind of disappeared off the relevancy map after that, and it didn't, that injury happens where his ankle I'm going to throw up in my mouth, reliving it. But, especially just because he's so tall and skinny and you could just really see every fucking tendon just whipping up the back of his leg. And you're like, oh. And he's, one of the best athletes you've ever seen. And he played, I think, and I don't know if I'm being hyperbolic when I say this, or I just can't think of another time, but I think that was the best basketball I've ever seen with my eyes was KD in that finals. I really genuinely believe that offensively, at least let's say, I'll say that just as a qualifier, the best offensive scoring performance I think I've ever seen. And when he was just breaking LeBron James's ankles and shooting and just giving him the AI and or just going to the basket whenever he wanted, passing whoever he wanted. And then the supporting cast was bananas. I mean, talk about, it fit his fucking game out, right? That shit was unfucking believable. And now under no circumstances, just because Draymond Green's an asshole, dude, I'd rather have KD if I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. I'll tell you that. Jesus. I know Draymond's done a lot for the Golden State.
I mean, as much as I troll him, a motivated Jimmy Butler is a hell of a player, right? when he wants to. When he
I
wants,
think
to.
he's I look at him like a boss we defeated already. So I just don't know if there's anywhere he can go.
Him doing everything that Steph and Draymond don't want to do right now, like it's gonna be huge because he's another playmaker because he passes the ball really well. He's still a capable defender, and you're going to get 15 to 20 from him. So
also high IQ basketball. For being really honest, like Jimmy Butler does play pretty high IQ basketball, like most of the time. Which has kind of been the calling card for the Golden State Warriors. It's fun. I mean, we are talking about it here in real time. We are parsing it out in real time. So, looking at it, I mean, it's fun. And if Bobby was here, I think it passes the uniform check. When you picture him in the uniform, like when McCaffrey got traded to the San Francisco 49ers. And there is some merit to what Bobby says about this. And I think if you do picture Jimmy, I've probably seen it in like a Photoshop Instagram post or something. But if you do think of Jimmy in the Golden State Warriors uniform, I do think it kind of works. Let's see. I mean, they're right at 500, so it's really gonna you're gonna be able to see really directly, like very data-driven ways, like how Jimmy Butler impacts this team because they're kind of starting from zero. What would be your prediction for the rest of their season, guys? If you think to yourself, what does the Jimmy Butler Golden State Warriors tandem look like?
So they're what? They're 50 or they're 49 games in. They're 25, 24. They're just one game over 500. So 33 games left. I'd be very surprised if they didn't go 20, 22 and 11 and make a run. And then that's not a team I'd want to play in the playoffs.
Right, correct.
Just because it's the last few things we talked about. As it's currently constituted, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. There's more trades that could happen. Which team scares you more? The Lakers or the Warriors?
The Warriors probably.
Right.
Yeah. Probably the Warriors.
I'm on the fence on that only because, like I said, and maybe because it's PTSD for what Bron's done to us in the past. Like, I just know
anymore.
He can whenever he wants to, and we've seen it. I mean, granted, if you're not facing Denver, he has a chance against you. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm on the fence on that, but I mean, it would be either one. I think, like I said, you wouldn't want to face either one of them. They come playoff time. I think it just be.
We might get that series too, right? If that's what happened last year, didn't it? There wasn't Lakers Warriors.
Yeah,
that would be fun. That would now be a
must-watch
series.
It is. When you look at that conference, like it is starting to take shape over there. You're starting to see like who can kind of do what, and the guys that did make moves are probably the ones that kind of needed to strike while the iron was hot. Like where the Lakers are is like, it's a place they can build from. Golden State has a bigger hill to climb, but I still would sort of maybe bet on them. Just, I mean, probably PTSD from what I've seen them do over the past few years.
Right.